All right. Let me get us a little music here. There we go.
Set the mood a little.
Set the mood a little bit. Whose turn is it this week?
I believe it is mine, Mr. DM.
Mike's turn.
All right. We
Okay.
turn the floor over to Mike for the recap.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome back. Last time on the Annals of Levis, the Heretic King, our party was still making their journey toward Heshaman to try to find one of the elusive and mysterious artifacts that we need to obtain before otherwise the heretic, to prevent the release of the Heretic King. But in case so essentially well, first we took a little bit of a rest around the Rosa campfire, and we were talking about the previous battle with the dragon, with I guess the dragon. No, was it Dragonborn or ogres? Was before the night thing?
Big Dragonborn.
Big Dragonborn, yes.
Half dragon.
So we discussed this and how we nearly got our butts kicked, and says we need to kind of better prepare. Essentially, and everyone was kind of concerned about Tajawala because he was being a grumpy puss, for reasons. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care what we're doing. It's like, I'm just gonna go to sleep and everything like this. And then it's like, okay, fine. And like, all right, nothing wrong. I'm sure he's just tired from all the walking around. I'm sure it's fine. And but as we were getting prepared, taking watch, and he goes to sleep, a sudden sandstorm, almost mispronounced that, basically came whipping its way into the camp, and essentially, and kind of really just, figured, we're in a desert. That's what that's to be expected. Well, it seems to be a little bit of an unusual sandstorm, because when we got up the next day, and as we were kind of going towards, making our way up closer, our camels decided, nope, we are just going to stay put. We're not going to go any further. Thank you very much. You guys go on ahead. We're just going to we think something's bad happening here. In fact, when Johann basically asked his spiritual animal there, why are the camels moving? He said, there is death in the wind. And we assumed, that must be a metaphor for some danger up ahead. Turned out, no, it was actually literal, because with the wind came a bunch of skeletons popped up, zombies, I should say.
No, they were skeletons.
They were skeletons? Oh, I thought they were zombies. Well,
they
were undead.
They were like the skeletons you guys fought, like in your first session of this campaign.
Yes. And also, we got the return of one of our dear friends, Ushapti. Well, a Ushapti, not the same Ushapti, but this Ushapti was also just as mad at us and tried to kill us, and was doing, somewhat of a good job, because, as they're kind of shifting back and forth in the sand. But fortunately, we managed to fare better this time, and we defeated them. But as the Ushapti was slain in the sandstorm, like some great big giant, thing from the Mummy, is the face of Hazan Kazi appears and just yells out this piercing, awful scream that essentially somehow did some kind of psychic, some kind of damage to us.
Yes.
But that was all. And then Tajawala was still being grumpy. Maybe because the fact that his eyes just suddenly became pitch black. In fact, and we're thinking, must be just maybe the sandstorm irritated his eyes or something. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure it's not that he's evil all of a sudden and he plans to kill us all sometime in our sleep. But that's where we are right now. So,
everyone, say hi to Barrymore. He just popped up in chat.
Hi, Barrymore.
Barrymore.
Howdy.
Hey, boy.
All right. Does anybody want to add anything?
Gotta get Taj some under eye treatments, like those masks you can put on, all that, or no, like a charcoal.
So like little cucumber slices.
Visine.
Yeah,
You need some. You need some Visine. Probably need a lot of, maybe get some, something with the, what they call it, adds tears to the tear ducts. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly.
All right. So
just because he hasn't done in his skincare routine.
It's so dry.
it's a couple of hours after your battle. You have moved on ahead a little bit further north until the sun started going down and it started getting cold. So you stopped to make camp and built a fire.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sitting around the campfire. Time to reflect on the day. You reckon that you, based on the map that you guys have, that you're probably within 2 days striking distance of Hesherman.
I was just kind of fixing up Tart and all that such. He's no longer doing since Pyre and Larissa took kind of like a fascination with Tart, he'll kind of have his hand kind of like do little gestures that will have Tart kind of move and kind of give him a little bit of personality. Like he'll kind of like the little turret will crane its neck a little bit as he's kind of reaching for certain parts and all that such to give easier access, just to give it kind of like some life to him. But Tart has been very still.
Does he have a thing like a panel that opens up and a little robot arm comes out and flips people off?
He does now.
Fair.
That's the projector setting. So it just flips off the DM.
Wow. Make special note. Destroy turret.
Destroy Tart.
All right.
But yeah, but he's still kind of keeping to himself, not too chatty with everybody, especially with the disagreements he's had with the party lately.
So, Johan, while you
Mhm.
guys are sitting around the fire, one thing you keep wondering about is what it means. What did the Sphinx mean when it said you weren't ready?
Yeah. And so Johan's kind of thinking to himself, well, he suspects maybe that he probably, it's, even though he's wondering, he's thinking to himself about the fact that he has taken the Yellow King as a patron. And obviously there's some, and he's explained that there's a kind of an arrangement there, like a kind of a quid pro quo kind of thing going on with him. But he's morally thinking is that, could he have meant that maybe it wasn't necessarily ready for what is to come because of who I observe or who I'm in, or who is, who I, or presumably in service to me, and he's looking around at the other members of the party at this. It's like, or is it something, is it someone of us? He's like, because he's thinking, he thinks back a little bit to when he's training in Magiscar, like when he's going, in the service, and he's like always drilled in like the weakest, your army is only as good as the weakest link and everything. It's like, so who could it possibly be? And he's, lingers on Morgan a bit for obvious reasons. Maybe he looks at Taja Wall and stuff, like thinking like that, looks at Pyre's like, well, she's new, she's green. And so it's like, he looks at Morgan again, like thinking, well, but then he looks at Taja Wall and he says, here you go. And he kind of says something to his effect. He says, so, how are your eyes, shouldn't you? I noticed they looked rather irritated.
Fine. Just sand.
Oh,
He's
very well.
He has goggles and his mask up now, in perpetuity.
Very well. And Johan just grunts and nods as he basically pours sand out of his boots. And just like, especially since his armor, he's kind of feeling a little bit because of the armor's a little bit, wearing this stuff is kind of, worried about, the chafing bit and everything like this. It's like, it's not like, it's not like the Magiskarian armor where it was like, had to, basically,
I assume
fleshy
it was
lining in it.
made for
Yeah.
the desert environment or the wasteland.
No. Yeah, he's just thinking, but he's just up. So.
Everyone who is not Taj, give me a perception check.
All right.
Kelsey ran away. Kelsey!
Kelsey
No.
ran away,
Need a perception check.
bravely ran away.
Oh, that's not too bad.
When danger reared its ugly head. All right. So, Johann and Pyre, you two notice that behind Taj, as he, is illuminated by the fireplace, the desert rock behind him. You guys are kind of perched up against the cliff face. That the shadow, every now and then, raises its hand and cranes its head to the sky and cackles, and has like a desert headwear, the long scarf and everything around the head that hangs down. Like whatever they call those, the thing that like Yasser Arafat wore, except it looked like a picnic table on his head.
Okay. So, but I couldn't tell exactly what it is.
Give me a religion check.
All right.
Religion
We are still exhausted, by the way. Actually,
or Arcana. Yeah, that's right. You are.
Oh
exhausted.
yeah, you're. Oh, that's right. So I should be okay.
So yeah, make it at a disadvantage.
Disadvantage. You're
I
right.
forgot about it, so we'll get a freebie on the first one. But
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 13.
With a 13, you start to think that something about the manner in which Taj was pulled back from death has somehow resulted in his soul sort of sharing the same body, but with something much darker.
So Johann was initially thinking he was going to try to stab the shadow, not knowing what it was. But before he does that, he hesitates a little bit and goes, He says, and he mumbles, "Oh, I suppose that wouldn't work." And he's like, and I guess he says, he says, "Look, my friend, Taj, well, I know coming back can be a rather rough experience. Perhaps you just need some more rest, I believe. You look rather tired. Maybe perhaps you could, I think you should probably, we do have a long day ahead of us, and I think you've taken quite a beating these last few days, and perhaps you should, we can stay up a little longer and everything. You should get some rest, my friend."
Fine. Wake me up from my watch. He's gonna stand up, tossing his tools away into his pack and go retire. Kind of taking a moment, kind of staring up at the night stars before retreating and closing the tent behind him.
All right. Johann, Pyre, Morgan, is there anything you three discuss while Taj is in his tent?
Well, Johann will try to kind of gradually whisper to, and Pyre says, "Did you see his shadow?"
Kelsey, are you back?
Yeah.
Yes,
You can-
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Yes. You both saw that Taj's shadow every now and then sort of morphed into what looked like a cackling human man with desert gear around his head, like that flowing towel thing, and with his hand stretched out like he was laughing maniacally.
Creepy as fuck.
I think, and this could be just a guess on my part, just guessing. I'm not very familiar with these things, but I think that there's something else that is inhabiting Tajawala. Something. I think when you brought him back, it brought something else back with him, and now they're sharing their same body.
Could explain his change of demeanor and attitude.
Indeed.
Pyre, give me a religion check with disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Still exhausted.
All right, with a 16, you kind of think that you remember back because it was all very hasty. But the diamond that you used didn't look like a normal diamond that you would use for that sort of ritual spell, for that kind of magic.
Morgan,
What's up?
what type of diamond did you give me? Was it a special diamond?
Yeah, he'll pull out the other diamonds we got today from the Ushabti and he'll toss one over to Pyre. These things are diamonds that power that golem that we fought today. They have souls trapped inside them.
And I like look at my head lifts and I'm like, I think your theory is right, Johan. I think the soul that was stuck in the gem is now stuck with Taj.
And the thing is, we don't know what kind of souls these are,
Yeah. Oh, we know they're
or how much influence they have on the person after they get in their body.
Yeah.
Again, I am not quite as familiar with these things. We in Magiskar, we try to stay away from this sort of thing.
This is first date. This is first date stuff.
Yes, yeah, we try. Right,
yeah. On that special night when we have our first cousin date.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like
No.
we don't do the commingling. We don't do the commingling of souls. No, we have to ask their permission first.
Yeah, well, we kill people and bring them back as undead. We don't bring them back to life. Like, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
They actually do that in Magiskar. It's like that.
Yeah.
That Dawn or that one Romero Dead movie where it's like with the one with Dennis Hopper, where they're all living they're all living in the city and basically they have the zombies as like
basically they're as like their labor force.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's like, But the thing is, it's one thing to bring someone back and then have it be a worker, but this is happening to two. Same body. Is there do you know of any such way of separating the two without necessarily?
And Morgan and Pyre, you're kind of struck by the casual way he says, well, it's one thing to have them just as laborers or whatever, but like he kind of just glosses that part, like he's burying the lead somehow. All right, but he's asked you both a question.
Yeah.
I feel like we shouldn't talk about this without Taj.
Well, if that other soul is inhabiting Taj, and if it's not a very good, if not necessarily a pure soul, it could, if we do try to mention this to him, it could try to I am not sure what it would be capable of doing, but I do think that is wise, Morgan. But
he's our friend. We owe him the truth.
Of course. It's just that I'm just thinking of how do we help. We also got to find a way of helping him too.
Well, I don't think we should wait until we figure out a way to help him to tell him what's going on.
Hang on, let's let Kelsey. Let's let Kelsey talk. Y'all are both talking over.
We definitely want to tell him, but if the other soul knows, it might not want to lose its freedoms now that it's outside of the gem.
Listen, this fool was trapped for a long freaking time. Now, for all intents and purposes, it's trapped again. We don't know that it's gonna work against us. We don't know anything about this.
Wait, one moment. I just thought of something. I mean, again, not experiences matters. Couldn't we? I mean, the soul was in a diamond, yes?
Yeah,
That means
like,
it could be put in something else rather than a diamond. Say, another body, another vessel. I mean,
yeah, I guess, but I don't know how to do that, Johan. Do you?
well, admittedly, no. That's why I was at. I did. I mean, that's usually um
Listen,
usually
I
our
mean,
power of mages will revolve with this, but we don't have one. But
don't I would be lying if I said I wasn't interested in that sort of thing. Working with the spirits like I've been doing, I don't know. Starting to get ideas, but nothing as of yet.
well, would it be? Would it be possible to say put it into something like say, his mechanical, Tajawala's mechanical, dog.
I don't
Uh,
think his thing runs on souls, man.
well, the diamonds don't run on souls, do they? I did.
No, but
They put one.
people do all sorts of magical stuff with diamonds, right?
Hmm.
A spell, like of a spell that could possibly help.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Hmm.
Listen, I say tomorrow we just talk to Taj. He's the smartest guy among us. He knows a lot about magic, and he'll probably have an idea too. He deserves to know.
Hmm.
Well, George didn't say anything.
Do what?
George,
What were
do
you?
I have? Would I have to be able to make a check to see if I know a spell that could possibly help?
With the religion check that you got earlier, that 16. I'll say that you have an idea of a way that like maybe you and Johan could do it together. You've never done it before, but you're fairly certain that that you know what you would have to do.
Yes. I will look to the guys. I'll be like, I think I remember in my studies of a spell that could possibly help. It'd be something I'd have to look into, probably at the next town. Try to figure out how to get that spell, and hopefully we can get the spirit out of them and hopefully save our friend.
Yeah, easy. See, we already got a plan. We'll talk to Taj about it tomorrow, and that way everyone's on the same page.
Okay. Very well.
Hope you
If
get
that's
the spirit wants out.
very well, then I think we should. We'll talk to Tajawala and also the other entity that is within him, and see if we can find some accord. So,
All right.
We're
Is there
decided.
anything else you want to cover before you all turn in?
We also need to be thinking of how we're going to approach the our destination. They already know we're coming.
Obviously, yeah, they've known for a while, and they've thrown everything they can at us.
Well, is there a plan of attack that we could do that they could not, and that they would not be able to anticipate?
Not without knowing more, anyway. I can't think of anything. I can't plan if I don't know what we're, I need more to work with.
Let me check some. Let me think, and let me check something for a second. Let me look at something. I'm just looking at something. Yeah, I'll have to. He says, "Well, I may have an idea. I may have to think about it a little bit more. But I may have something. But I will have to talk to my camel, who has not has a name yet. What he, if he would be okay with this.
The nameless celestial camel.
The nameless celestial camel, who is not named yet.
Yellow camel. The camel in
Jarissa would have a name for her, but
Joe. His name is
Joe.
Joe Camel.
Joe Camel.
What would Larissa name this camel? What dessert?
So it's yellow.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
camel,
what
right?
camels are yellow? Banana?
No, because it has to be a dessert. It could be banana Foster.
Okay.
Too bad Larissa's not here. All right.
I know.
She's Amani's intern now.
Yeah, basically.
Uh,
All right. So, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about before you go to bed for the next day? Who's taking the first watch?
Take the first one.
All right. So Pyre has indicated she's taking the first watch.
mm-hmm.
All right. So, Pyre, give me a perception check. You are at disadvantage. All right, with a 17, seems to be a normal desert night. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary until you look at the moon. And at one point, you're pretty sure you see the silhouette of what looks to be a dragon between you and the moon and the sky above. Aside from that, the rest of your watch is uneventful. Who do you wake up next?
I'll wake up Morgan.
All right. Morgan, Pyre awakes you for your turn at the watch.
Ugh.
Give me
It's over with.
give me a perception check with disadvantage. Oof. Seems like a normal night.
Yep.
Fire still seems to be going strong. There's a little bit chilly, but it's not as windy as it was. The night when you were about to be attacked by the supernatural. But aside from that, the rest of your watch goes uneventfully. Who do you wake up?
I'll let Taj sleep in a little more. I'll wake Johan.
All right, Johan, you are
Yep.
awakened. Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's a 17.
All right, with a 17, kind of the same thing as it was for Pyre. You don't see anything initially, but then a couple of times during the night, you're pretty sure you see what looks like the silhouettes of dragons, kind of crossing the moon every now and then. Not
Are
like
they?
not like they're literally on the moon. I'm just saying,
Oh yeah, no.
they're
I
in the
mean,
sky, yeah.
but he can't tell how big they would be either. So it's just the shadows.
They have to be big if you can see them.
It'd be hard for you to gauge because you don't have anything to kind of measure them up against. You don't have a frame of reference for scale.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
towards the end of your watch, you also hear Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. All right. Other than that, the rest of your watch goes uneventfully.
Okay, and so Johan goes to wake up Tajwa, says, and as he does, he says, "Be on guard. I think there's something maybe circling overhead."
He'll just get out and go and sit down, finally rest it up. I think so. If we each do 2 hour watches, and I started, that means that while you guys are getting your long rest, I am long rested. Right?
Yes, you have slept at least 6 hours by the time they wake you up for the watch. So you do not have to make your perception check at disadvantage.
Well, I don't think he was exhausted either.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No.
I wasn't exhausted beforehand either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I will make that perception check.
before. You don't see anything. You do hear that same kind of far off, deep reptilian noise that you've actually heard before. But you don't see anything. It's still, when you start your shift on the watch, it's still pretty dark. But the sun is coming up now. Light is starting to fill the land. And as the fire dies out, the sun begins to rise.
Once the sun's coming up and everyone should have gotten enough time, he'll just kind of like tap on the tents and just kind of call and says, "All right, we're sleeping. Let's get out of there. Let's get out there."
All right.
Okay.
So
Ugh.
you, the rest of you, are awakened and roused by Taj. Did you mention what you had heard?
Yeah, once
Okay.
they're out, I'll say, I heard distant reptilian howls. He'll just kind of like steady his staff in his shoulder. Says,
That's what I heard last night too. It seemed far away though. But yes, I think we may be getting close. We may be getting close.
Yeah, I thought I might have saw something last night, but I didn't know if it was just me or what.
So we know he was riding a dragon when we last saw him. Is this the same dragon, or is it was
Hard
this
to
something?
tell.
Was this the
Could
other
be,
one?
could be something different. I mean,
We
I
know
do
he's got
know
at least one dragon with him, and
Mhm.
maybe more.
Dragon has a brood, and it probably has a couple bigger ones.
Well, I do think that all 5 of us should be prepared for what we for the day ahead.
We'll be sure to cull them.
Such strong language. Call.
Hmm.
Listen, Taj. Yesterday we were talking after you'd gone to bed. I know you're smart enough to realize that you're not quite yourself after coming back after you got hurt. You see that, right?
He's gonna kind of be silent, kind of looking down at his staff.
Listen, it's not like we're blaming you or anything. I'm not trying to put you in a corner here. We're just trying to make sure you're all right. Listen, what happened to you is rough. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but we want to make sure if there's, anything else bothering you, something wrong with you, that we help you get it fixed. Listen, using these diamonds, these cursed-ish, soul-infused diamonds, wasn't ideal, but it was the only way to save you. Now, we don't know if that's causing you to be like you are now, causing you to be moody and grumpy and, I don't know, different, angry. We just, we don't want to try and deal with this without you. It's not right. You're our friend. You deserve to be part of this because it affects you.
He's gonna kind of focus up at Morgan, and he's gonna say, "Do you know what happens when you die?"
Believe it or not, I do.
Good. You know what got taken from you. He's gonna kind of stand up and says, "I lost someone. The blue dragons here. And I almost had him back. I couldn't do it with the King in Yellow. I was weak.
I don't think so.
I could have had him just now. But now, I'm trapped. I'm trapped in this duty that if we don't go and kill Kazi and stop the Emperor from coming back, stop all this nonsense, that it's all gonna be dead. It's all gonna be gone, and things could even be worse, in the afterlife or whatever. I'm locked into this. I can't get out. Every second, trapped into this fucking duty that has been divinely deposed upon us, just under my skin.
Yeah, trust me, I feel the same way, my man.
So, you want to help me? Let's kill fucking Kazi and be done with all this.
We both know it's not that easy. If we're not at our absolute best, we ain't got a shot.
And what would be our absolute best? What exactly would fix this?
I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I know that there's something that you're not the same as you were before.
Well, what about you two? You always seem to be chatty as hell when things are good, but suddenly there's a problem and it's all quiet.
Well, to be perfectly honest, Tajawala, and I'm also speaking to the other inhabitant.
Make a persuasion check.
Yep. Okay, persuasion. All right. Is that be at regular? Because we
Yes,
did the best, right?
you have had a full rest night.
You got long rest. You got your exhaustion.
Yep. 18. Yep.
So as you say that, and you say, I am talking to the other, Taj, you feel something kind of jerk inside your chest. And then suddenly you find yourself talking, but not in your voice. And Taj's head snaps towards you, Johan.
Mm-hmm.
And says, put some respect in your mouth when you address me.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. Do you have a name, my good sir?
Make another persuasion check.
Okay. That's a 12. All right.
And he laughs. He laughs in a very deep, gravelly voice that sounds like someone dragging a rock across slate.
Ah, a very pleasant fellow indeed. It's like, you remind me. He says, you remind me. He says, yes, yeah. You remind me of some of the folks I've known back home. Yes, they also had such a pleasant laugh, such as yours. Yeah. Well,
from that land of degenerates that you come from, I'm not surprised.
Let's see. And what were you in life, my good sir? What were you in life, my good sir? That you would know of Majestat, but you know of my homeland.
I was a learned man, a man of letters, better than you and those with you.
Pretty low bar, but go ahead.
I was a scholar. I knew history. I knew geography. I knew alchemy.
Then you would also know a little bit, I take, about the person that we are pursuing, then, or at least the master that he serves, then. Yes.
From that, you get no reply.
Interesting. Well,
friend, possessing our friend. Would you want freedom? What are you looking for?
I already have all of the freedom I need inside your friend. We're going to do great things together, he and I.
And I look at Morgan, giving him the I told you so look.
Well, maybe you haven't heard, but we're on quite the little adventure here. In all likelihood, we're probably marching right to our death.
Yes, I agree. If it comes to that moment, I will force your friend to flee, and I will go about my own work.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and I mean that. But
I give Morgan
long-
more of an I told you so look.
You see, we're tied into this pretty deep, though. Kazi really wants us dead. The powers that be, the forces of Thesa really want us dead. And as long as you're in that body, you're going to put a big old target on your back. You may find this second chance at life not quite the deal you're looking for.
That is, of course, if you are willing to help us. Help us. I mean, as you know, after all, I'm sure you probably have no love for for Kazi and his ilk.
I'm already helping you
Yes,
and your
but
friend.
yes, you say you are a person. You say you are a scholar, someone of man of learning.
Yes.
Let's see. Have you in your life in your studies have you ever studied anything about dragons, particularly those of the blue ends of the blue persuasion?
Well, perhaps I have.
But you're not resigned to tell us just yet about how we deal with them.
Well, it's not anything that aids me. Why should I aid you?
Because, Les Morgan of Limetown said, as long as you are inhabiting our friend's body, you are in just as much as danger as we are. I would think self-preservation would be one of your most highest of assets at this point.
I'm already preserving myself.
Yes, but
And I have you to thank for that. And he looks at you, Pyre.
Yeah,
Sincerely, thank you.
no problem. But let's just start our day. Let's figure this out. Did anyone see something weird last night while they were doing their watch? I swore I saw a dragon in the moonlight.
yes, I did as well.
Okay, so I wasn't crazy.
No, and I heard him too. Actually, he's awfully dumb.
Ah!
That's one actually. Let's see. Well,
So that we can
To-
start our day and get the fuck away from that.
well, to the end. Well, to Mister whoever you are, inhabiting Tajwala. As long as you are currently residing, our friend, we could use all the help we can get. I'm sure not exactly an ideal partnership, I suppose, but I mean, whatever skill you may have, whatever things you may have, we could, whatever you can lend to our friend, we would be most appreciative. If
I'm
you would,
already lending it. He's moving. He's alive.
Yes, I'm talking about your scholarly learning too. I mean, the knowledge you could impart.
Yes. Don't fight dragons. They're
Well,
very.
that's out the
they're-
window. Anything else?
They're very
Come on.
deadly.
Let's get going.
Oh, very well. Okay.
All right. So,
Am I able to move and see?
yes.
So, am I kind of like locked in when that kind of comes in?
I mean, you feel like you're in control again, but you definitely, if you didn't like know before, you do now.
Would I be able to like have stopped him talking or stopped him doing anything? Like, could I like move my fingers as you talked?
You would think that maybe next time you could try, but it didn't occur to you because of how shocking everything was.
Okay, sounds good.
I will pat your shoulder and say, "It's okay. We'll get through this."
Todd just kind of lets out just this, and just like starts kicking the sand, saying, what the fuck is wrong with me?"
You just have a passenger.
Pyre,
Okay. Yes.
Pyre, give me a religion check. You would think, Pyre, that the reason this thing was being cagey when Johann asked for its name is because that whatever is inside of Taj, it believes that if you learn its name, then you will have some sort of power over it.
It's like a djinn.
This kind of harkens back to ancient Egypt itself. You had your name, and then you also had a secret birth name that only your mother knew.
Mm-hmm.
And if other people learned this secret birth name, they could do terrible magic to you.
Mm-hmm.
We will fix this at some point.
How are we gonna fix it?
Don't question me, please.
Listen, if this gets to become a problem, honestly, he'll pull up the diamonds in his coat. Maybe the next one will be more helpful.
Oh gosh.
Or
Or it could add more. It could
I
be.
am
Either
not
way,
in
we're not letting
my
this fool
head.
walk
That's-
away with Taj.
There's no
I think he can hear us, you
consent.
know.
Let him.
All right.
He knows what's at stake then.
if I go up there and I see that person, I cannot promise you that I'm coming back.
Fair enough.
Can I have the consent of if you die again, do you want me to not revive you?
Let's not get to that point.
Cool.
What does he care? He's fucking dead. We'll bring him back, and if we can, we can. We can't, we can't.
As you look to the north, after hearing yet another deep roar, you see on the horizon now
God damn it.
a draconic shape swooping down out of the sky in an attack vector towards you. I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Good.
Oh, goody.
Great.
And I don't have that armor anymore. Thanks, Taj.
It was holding you back. You're more powerful without it.
I am.
Okay, all right. Or actually, I should be thanking the guy who did know the other entity, whoever it is. But
All right.
Um,
Has everyone? Yeah, I think everyone's in there now.
mm-hmm.
I think you go before me. Yep. Cool.
And again, my bad guys completely crit the bed.
Well, he didn't do bad. We
On,
did
You
better.
really didn't do bad.
No.
Yeah, we just did great.
All right. So,
Turn order go.
Oh, did the initiative tracker leave?
oh, it did.
Yep.
My bad.
Yep.
There
There
you
we go.
I was
He
like,
decides
where
to
did
try
go?
again tomorrow.
Right.
Not feeling it today.
So this thing
All right.
is about 50 feet up in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and it's approaching you very quickly. It's literally soaring down in your direction.
Yep. Yeah, Morgan will, let's go ahead and... No sense waiting to see if it's friendly or not. Yeah, he'll say to the others, spread out. Make sure he can't hit us all with that lightning. And, I'm not going to move because I'm going to use my bonus action to aim and take a shot at it. I think if it's 50 up in the air, it's just within range of my short bow. Yeah, 50 and 50. So, let's hit him. Doink, 25.
25 hits.
That's 11, and I would like to sneak attack.
All right.
It's an additional 13.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, that's movement, action, bonus action. He'll say to others, remember, stay spread out. End of my turn.
All right. Next up is Taj. Taj and friend.
Yeah.
We'll call him
I'm
Frankie.
going
Frankie the ghost.
back up and call out saying, if we line up in a square, his breath won't be able to hit all of us. He'll ready that his staff at him, and he is going to. We'll start easy for now. With just a scorching ray. Yes, scorching ray seems pretty good.
Do artificers get rail guns?
We're about to find out. Does 15 hit?
15 does not hit. 13 does not hit. 25 does hit.
Awesome. And I'll bonus action send Tart forward.
So what is that? 16 from Scorching Ray?
Yes, 16 from Scorching Ray.
All right.
And that's it. I think the turret is in flamethrower mode right now.
All right. Next up then is Pyre.
I'm gonna move up here, and I'm going to toss my javelin at it.
All right.
21.
That's with disadvantage though because you're throwing it
outside of normal range.
outside normal range. Yeah.
That's fine. Let me roll one more time.
Ooh.
All right.
First one still goes.
Your javelin hits it up in the shoulder for 9 points of damage.
9?
Yep. 6 plus 3.
Okay. I misread it. Sorry.
I thought it was 3 plus 8. Because it goes with the first damage.
Oh, I went with the one from the hit. All right. So 11. So minus 2 more. All right.
You get one attack.
All right. Next up is Johan. Or did you want to move any more,
Okay.
Pyre?
No.
Okay. Next up is Johan.
So Johan's going to go 5, 10, 15, and then 20 right here. He's not going to take his sword out. He's going to actually position his shield, and he's going to raise his hand, and he's going to fire off some Eldritch Blasts. And let's see. So,
So anyway, I
can't
started
remember.
blasting.
There you go.
I
You
started
do
blasting.
15
All right.
line.
And before I do that, though, I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to cast Hexblade's Cursed on the dragon. So that means now any damage rolls against the cursed target. Okay, so we'll have add my proficiency bonus to it. I think that includes I think anything. So
To damage.
It's within
damage
30
rolls,
feet
yeah.
of you. So
yeah.
he's 50
Oh,
feet up
okay.
in the air and 40 feet away even
Oh,
if he
so it
was
doesn't
on
work.
land. No.
Not close enough just yet.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, okay, so forget that. Anyway, okay, so I'll just start blasting then. Let's see. So I gotta find. Let's see, Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast. Where is it? I just had it. I thought I had it in my list of my attacks, but I don't. Dang it. Okay. Anyway, let me go ahead. It's been a while since I actually did Eldritch Blast, so let me take a look at it for a second.
No, you just do it
Okay.
from attacks
Oh.
and spellcasting.
Right. Okay.
Not from the spell sheet. On attacks and spellcasting on the front page where your other attacks are.
Yeah. For whatever reason, it's not listed on there. I don't know why. That's weird. Okay. I'm going to add that in there. Okay. Wait a second. Just give me a second here. I don't know why it didn't list it there. That is so bizarre. I thought it did. Okay. Just a second.
This is how it begins. This is how it comes back.
Okay. Here we go.
You usually have to click the Eldritch Blast that's inside like the character bio, like with all your regular attacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not the one in the spell list. Is that one?
Not the one in the
says,
spell
like,
list, no.
Like, what does it do?
Yeah, because I mean, it's for whatever reason it doesn't. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's a 10.
All right, a 10 misses.
Okay, and I can fire off another beam. So try it again. There, 21.
21 hits.
Okay, and we'll just go ahead and do that. And let's see, get to roll the damage on that. Oh, so 5 force damage.
All right.
Plus 3 on that. No, I can't. That's right, because I don't have Hexblade's Curse up. Okay, that's just 3. So that will go ahead and end my turn then.
All right. Next up is our scaled friend,
Mm-hmm.
who is going to fly down here. And actually, hang on. He's going to go right there. And from there, he is only, he's actually descending. So now he's only about 20 feet up in the air. But he is going to open his mouth, crane his neck back, and lightning shoots forth from his open maw with actually a very loud, thunderous sound as he hurls lightning from his breath at Johann and Taj. Johann and Taj, I need DC 16 dexterity saving throws.
Okay, very good.
Oh!
Ooh,
Oh!
I'm gonna use.
Nope.
Alright.
So wait a minute. Hold on. Do I get? You took that thing.
I'm gonna do that. Flash of genius to succeed.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, good.
So
Yay.
Taj, you only take 26 points of damage,
Nice. Not that much.
lightning damage. And Johann, you're going to
Mhm.
take the full 53.
Well, half of that because of my because of the shield mat, because of my shield.
I think that
Master
only works if you succeed.
shield master. Oh no! It says if you take the. Well, let me take a look at that because if it says here, if you can tag your shield's AC bonus, okay. If you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you can use your. Oh, okay.
If you succeed.
Oh, I have to be a succeed. It has to be a succeed. Okay, so I
Yeah.
got to take the full thing.
Yep.
I think you
And
just
it
get
was-
What's
blasted.
funny is if you have the evasion feat, I think that would work.
Evasion does it, but Shield
Yeah.
Master's not quite there.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Okay, so I got
53.
50. Dang, man.
53.
Yep. Boom. Oh crap.
All right.
Okay.
And does he recharge? Or did he recharge? No, he did not. He did not recharge. So we will put a pink dot on him. He's a big girl. There we go. All right. So we're at the start now of round 2. Morgan, you're up.
Yeah, Johann's still on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, not like I could fucking do anything about it anyway. But yeah, I'll keep it going. I mean, nothing to do but keep taking the health out. Aim and trying to hit him with my bow. 27.
27 hits.
7 force damage, and I'd like to sneak attack for an additional 12.
All right.
I can't. It's a one-person fight. I can't, can't phantom strike him. That's it. You guys better have a big plan. Pass turn.
All right. Next up is Taj.
He's going to take the gloves off as he focuses the staff at right center mass on the dragon, and he does a magic. DC 17 dex save for 34 fire damage, a big heckin' fireball, and
All right. So he gets a 19. So he passes the save and only takes 17 points of damage.
disappointing, but still good damage.
I mean, every damage is good damage except for no damage.
That does
Mhm.
damage.
All right.
And he's gonna bonus action have Tart move up. Is this 20 feet now? Is this 15 feet now?
He's 20 feet up in the air. So,
I'm not gonna bring in the calculator.
Yeah, I don't even know how all that works, and math hurts my head.
Yeah. I wonder if the
The general rule of thumb I use is that if it's, we just use it as if it was flat, just to simplify things. So, what is the range?
15 feet.
15? Yeah, I'd allow it.
Alright, then Tart is going to flame breath. Flamethrower. DC 17. Ignore the 3, just 11.
All right, so he fails, and Tart hits him for 11 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
I say him. We shouldn't assume gender.
They.
All right. Next
That's it.
up, huh?
That's it. Enter.
Next up is Pyre.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to cast. Yeah. I'm going to cast. Which spell slot do I want?
You only got a couple of those.
Yeah. And plus 2 more. So it would be.
I think that 2 is already included in there for a blessing.
But no, because I heal and then for level it adds 9.
Yes.
So you add 2 more.
That would be 22.
Yes.
So yes.
24 because she cast at a higher level.
Isn't that like what it is at the top though?
So, Life Cleric has whenever you heal, add +2, and then whenever you heal, also with a leveled spell, you heal for that level of the spell. So if she casts at level 1, it will be 1.
I cast it at level 3, so it adds 3.
Adds 3, but 1 is already in there, so you add 2. There you go. 24 in total.
Alright.
Johan, don't waste it.
Okay. So 24 points of damage. Oh no, or back to me. Okay. Got it.
15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll move there. In my turn!
Do you wanna... Oh, never mind. Nope, you're good.
Johan, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. It's still up in the air at about 20 feet.
It is.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me see if I can do something here. Let's see. Okay, because it's not on the ground. I can't do that. Let's see. Well, let's see. It's still got to be within 30 feet of me, so if it moves, it's going to lose it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do some more Eldritch Blasting for the time being. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's go with this one. First one. 10. Missed.
10 is a miss.
All right. Second one.
12.
12. Probably a miss.
Yep.
Dang it. Okay. Well, in that case, then, let's see. I'm gonna need something to boost my HP. Then let me take a look here for a second. And okay. Well, that's not gonna work. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I'm going to basically take some water splash myself, and I'm going to basically cast Armor of Agathis. I'm going to do this at second level. So that's going to give me. Okay, so that will be. So that was going to give me 10. And that's going to give me 10 temporary hit points as well.
Okay.
So, let's see. Wait a minute. Can I do that actually as a? Yeah. No, that's an action. Never mind. I can't do that. What am I doing? Blah. Okay.
Oh,
forget that.
Yeah, that's an
I'm going to go. Yeah. Forget that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go 5.
The rules don't apply
10,
to Johan.
15, 16. I'm going to try to take some cover behind this mound over here. So, and now we'll go ahead and end my turn.
All right. Next up is our blue-scaled friend, who is going to come over here, fly over turret, down towards Pyre. It's going to be 5 feet off the ground now. It is going to swivel its head around to attack you, and then it's going to bring both of its claws down upon you. Here's the bite, looking for a 20. 25. You take 17 piercing and 6 lightning damage for a total of 23.
I don't
playing behind the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
I trust you. Don't worry, George. I totally trust you. I just didn't see it.
I play like that. I DM like that.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
here. I will show my work in the Discord.
Your transparency.
Mm-hmm.
And I get how easy it is to accidentally get stuck in GM layer.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you test stuff out and then, you forget to
Yeah.
put it back on public. All right, and then here comes claws.
That's it.
21 hits and a 10 misses.
Okay.
So you'll take 8 more slashing damage.
Nothing.
That was literally half my health.
And then it's going to fly back over your head over here to Morgan. It is so fast when it moves past you that you are unable to use an attack of opportunity against it.
Ah, it's got flyby.
Oh,
We'll start now at the top of round 3. Morgan, you're up. You got a dragon all up in your grill.
You got him right where you want him, Morgan.
What would
Yeah.
you like to do?
Yeah, Morgan will, he'll put his bow away and be like, whoa, 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 hey, maybe we can talk about this. I got something you might like. And I'll unload the wand of magic missiles. I'm going to go ahead and just launch all, well,
Yeah.
I meant to do it at a higher level. Hang on. Launch all of it because we're just going to do a, let's see, it's 1 charge per, and then plus, that'll be a 7th level magic missile with all 7.
Okay.
So that would be,
I actually think you can, no, it's a +8. It's an 8th level magic missile.
is it really? Alright, 8th level magic missile. So that would be 8, no, it would be 3d4 plus 8, so 11d4 plus 11.
All right.
Slash R. Takes 39 damage, and I'm going to roll a d20 to see if that wand explodes. Or, I guess it doesn't explode, but it just stops being useful.
So brave.
3! Okay, close, but not... Yeah, if I rolled a 1, that would have been bad. The 1 would have disintegrated, but... Nope.
All right. Is that in your turn?
No, I'm going to disengage, and I'm going to move over here.
You just used a wand.
Action. Yeah. But I have a bonus action with the rogue. I can disengage.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
All right.
I also have flyby, but yeah.
All right. Next up is Taj.
Well, he seemed to really like that last one, so who am I to say, you can't have another?
Hey.
Fireball.
Getting toasty.
Real toasty. So, fireball. Where is it?
Ooh.
There we go. 35 fire damage.
Jesus.
That
Oof,
one.
just keep the hits coming.
Felt that one. And then bonus action, Tart rolls over here. He's only got 20 feet of movement, but that's all he needs. He's going to look at the boy.
A little man.
All right.
A little man. And that's it. End turn. Like, keep hitting him. Kill him.
Between
roast him.
your fireball and Turret's flaming jets, this dragon's face is melted and withered on one side, and you can start to see bone now.
Oh gosh.
Jesus.
And it decides to go after you, Taj.
Good to hear.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, it can just do that. Okay.
Well, it's got movement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a shit ton of movement.
Oh wait, it's not his turn.
Yeah.
I think that's what
It's
he meant.
turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought he got it out of anger. Like, oh, okay.
I know.
No. Yeah, it's Pyre's turn. My bad.
Yeah.
What's the spell that does the weapon?
Ignore that last bit.
Flame Blade, I think, is the weapon. You have to cast it as a bonus action, and you can start whacking.
Yes, I'm going to bonus action cast Flame Blade, and I'm gonna come over to our friend.
Action whack. You gotta turn off
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
And boop. No!
13 misses.
Damn, you got them numbers.
Fine.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That was everything.
All right. Johan, you're up.
So it's kind of flying, but it's kind of close to the ground, right?
It is flying 5 feet off the ground, meaning it is within melee range.
Perfect.
If you run over there.
Okay, it's perfect. Yeah. So first of all, bonus action. Hex Warrior is going to cast it on the dragon, and then he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right there. And as he does, he's going to whip out his sword and he's going to start doing some whacking. So let's see. Here we go. We're going to do the first attack here at normal. 17.
17 does not hit him.
Dang it. Okay. Second attack. 27.
27
I bet
hits.
that does.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Do that. We're going to go ahead do that 15, and we're also going to go ahead and pump another second. We're going to pump a second level smite into this.
All right.
So we're going to do this. So divine smite, do this there. Boom. So another 10 points of radiant damage on top of it. And that will go ahead in my turn.
Johan.
Yes.
How do you kill the dragon? You exactly took it down. It only had 25 left.
Oh, exact sees.
Wow.
You hit him exactly. How do you take out this dragon?
When Johan sees the dragon land and is probably looking his eye toward Taj, Johan basically grunts, basically yells out actually in Draconic. He says, "Die, foul beast!" And he runs, and as he runs towards him, his pack weapon appears. He comes in and just goes right over the top of the right. Makes a one slash right where its head is, and then another slash where its chest cavity is, so enough to try to expose the heart. And then as the dragon dies, he basically reaches in there, tries to see if he can grab the heart in there and pull it out.
Wow. Give me an athletics check. This is going to be a DC 18.
Okay, all right, not a problem. Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. Turns out that's super effective. You guys watch as Morgan or Johan kills this thing, reaches inside its chest and pulls its heart out. There's still stuff connected to the heart inside the chest. He just pulls.
And as he pulls the heart out, he basically tries he basically takes a bite out of it.
Woo. Woo.
Basically just a big old chunk out of the heart, basically like this.
He's a magic card. I thought that was about to go a whole different way.
Yeah.
Johan,
Dragons give us power.
Bloodborne diseases.
Dragons give us power.
Yeah.
That's really gross. But awesome.
Higher, you can literally just already see the worms working their way through Johan's digestive system.
Todd's gonna just kind of approach the dragon, and as he's approaching, he's got that staff pointed, and he fires off a couple more fire bolts into it. It's like, dog, you piece of shit.
Todd, I think it's already dead.
Oh, let him do what he wants. I think he needs this.
It's okay. Cool. Could someone give me something to cleanse my brain?
Yeah, you look over and Pyre's pouring bleach into her eyes.
And after Johan basically takes a chunk out of the heart, he basically smooths it out and everything like this. It says, "Thank you for your sacrifice. majestic beast.
You smooth out the heart.
Well, yeah, no, he's just because he lays it down next to him basically like this because he's got to prepare it for later, for dinner.
Ah.
He says we have a feast now tonight. Ah, yes.
These dragons are murderous. Don't give them any praise. They're just big.
We are not eating this. Nope.
Oh, good more.
I would
Then
totally.
more for me. Well, I'm going to cook it, of course.
I would totally.
I mean, I'm
eat
not
a
going
dragon
to.
if I killed a dragon.
I'm going to cook. I'm going to cook the heart, of course. I mean, but the.
I've had
you know,
alligator.
it
I
just
imagine
a-
dragon tastes like alligator.
Yeah, I draw the line at
yeah.
eating things that can think, or that can speak, I should say.
Well,
You're
it's
on your
true.
own
It's
with
not
that,
like
Johan.
Sahagin. I
We
mean, it's
had,
not like Sahagin. Sahagin.
We had a
Yeah.
rule in one of the other campaigns. It was the one with all my, my college friends and everything, and because they had for the longest time, like they would like eat humanoids, and that was just kind of their thing. And I was like, if it wears pants, if it has culture, if it worships
A
celestial
god.
being, yeah, and
It becomes a war crime.
if there are songs and it sings of its people, maybe you don't eat those things.
Well, that's a good point here because dragons take other people's culture, taking coins and treasure and worth and hoarding them, and they don't even have it in their own. Yeah, when was the last time you heard a dragon song?
Some
Give them
do.
this
Yeah.
noble beast. I'm actually on board with Johan in it for once.
All right.
Let's see.
I guess it involves having a death spirit possess you a little bit for us to see eye to eye, Johan. Let's eat this.
Well, no, it's just that dragons give it.
Did
Dragons
Taj-
give us
Taj- did Taj-
strength and power.
It's
did-
a wolf that can
It's
talk and has an ego.
Did Taj just say, "Let's eat this fucker"?
That's what he said.
I'm done.
Wow.
Well,
I will.
no,
I
we
do
we only
prefer it cooked.
we only eat
Our
Taj.
steak.
We only eat Taj. We only eat the heart.
I did like
The
one
rest
time.
we can do as we will.
Yeah.
The heart is actually what we eat. Is like the rest of it you can bury. We can just there are certain things that of course there's
Amelia
proper
is
things for
dramatic.
decorum.
That's fine. Okay.
Alright.
Well,
All
I
right.
wanted to eat it
But yes, we
whole.
do have to cook the heart though.
Do you want
Yeah.
to harvest this thing before you?
yeah, we have that in our macro bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have
Yeah.
exotic harvesting now. For this one, for a dragon, you have to be proficient in Arcana.
I think that's me. That's me. That's
Yeah,
me.
nah.
I got a 13
And
in that,
it's a
so
large creature, so I think that's good enough for 2 rolls.
I will make 2 rolls, and I can't ask for help for this, right?
You can if somebody else has Arcana.
Does anyone else have Arcana?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Morgan, have you holding us back with some magic?
No, sorry.
No. All right. I don't think
No,
Pyre has.
I don't have it, but I'm just dry gagging, holding holding myself up on the little ledge.
Okay, this is regular harvesting. We're not eating it yet.
Yet.
Oh wait.
Oh well.
Oh.
So you rolled
Yep.
23 on your Arcana. You didn't have to roll Arcana, by the way.
Oh,
You
I
just
thought
have
you
to
said
be
you had to do
proficient
one.
in it. You hit the exotic harvesting macro,
Oh right, my bad. Sorry.
and you roll it twice. So you got
Ooh.
50 and then 96, 100. You got 150. In blue dragon parts.
Perfect.
That's probably teeth, eyes, and a good amount of scales.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Alrighty. I think we'll go ahead and end there. I think that's a good place to
Okay.
end it
It's a
after.
great opportunity, and hey, I'm glad we have a little bit more information on what Todd's going through.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
when he's harvesting, he actually takes his goggles off and his mask. And you can see that he's got those like black kind of like markings around his eyes. But now there's a little bit more knowledge on the subject. He isn't too intent on it.
You need to find a good dermatologist, my friend.
I just need my Neutrogena.
All right, and as we turn the camera off for this particular episode, thank you all for
so much.
playing.
Thanks,
Thanks to everyone who stopped by in chat. Thank you, Barrymore. And thanks to everyone watching on YouTube. And we will see you in a week.
See you in a week.
And,
see you next week.
We will have a new person with us soon.
Awesome. Well,
exciting.
We're looking forward to it.
All that, and hope Junie's there next time. We're not gonna not be there, right? No, we should be good. Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
Good night, folks.
Have a good night.